でもすぐ死んじゃうじゃん。
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Oh, oh, goddamn! People out here catching strays.
Hey everybody, welcome back to another Stoneface Reactions. I'm Theta, this is Justin, and we're here with episode 18 of Frieren. Why don't you go ahead and remind us of what happened last time?
Absolutely. So last time, Frieren, I said a big old mind blank. Was last time the sick episode?
They were sick during last episode, yes. That was... You always remember the
Yes. Okay.
back half of the episode first. That was one of the last things that
It's
happened
so
last
true.
episode.
Yes. So what happened last time? Just about to leave for Albers. There, snowstorm, and we had a extended staying montage in a lovely cabin that ended off with a bit of a tiff between Stark and Fern over someone being a little too aggressive on grabbing his shoulder, and someone not, and then Fern not communicating. So that was priest friend Sign, who at the middle point was like, "Hey y'all, I'm going to do my thing," and walked away with no bags, no luggage, no nothing, just himself. Then we continued on, got to the travel portion with our 3 remaining party members, where Fern got sick, revealed that Frieren indeed identify what's wrong to other herbs to assist in healing Fern faster. There was the journey to get there, and it also touched on the idea of the 2 younger party members getting close to adulthood and not being kids anymore. We are now headed off to the magic school to do a, or at least that's what it seems like.
I mean, we haven't seen whatever they count as a school since the Killing Magic episode, where they showed us all those people testing out killing magic on blocks to see how far it can blast through, and people, I guess, testing or teaching magic theory in a classroom. I don't know if it was a classroom. All I remember was a board with a bunch of notes tacked to it.
Yeah. Because that was the first time that we saw Fern actually show off like the proper training that Frieren had shown had given her.
Well, it was more so that the only stuff we'd seen from Fern before that was the training that she had done with to prove to Hyder that she could stand on her own. That Hyder then tricked to use to be able to have Fern go with Frieren, or rather, trick Frieren, rather. And in that episode itself, Frieren showing her not to just put up a dome of protection all the time, but to anticipate where hits are going to come from and pinpoint block those hits.
Indeed. First indication that Frieren was possibly training Fern specifically to fight demons.
Yeah. I don't know why. For a moment, I was about to say, that doesn't sound right. And then it was like, no, wait, there was a whole episode where literally we saw she was trained to fight demons. Specifically where my dude here died. The 2-episode span.
Indeed.
Well, anything else you want to say about what's coming up?
The only thing is that in the new intro, there's the multiple shadow figures in shadow, which I'm curious to see what if they're current day, past, what the whole deal is with them. But yeah.
Well, I mean, even with the special episode after thing, we get a glimpse of a whole bunch of other characters. The 4 shadow people could be any of them.
It's true. So
Well,
we'll see.
Yeah. I guess we should just go ahead and get into it then.
Oh, yeah.
Alright, well, before we get started though, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and comment down below to feed that algorithm. On top of all of that, if you want to watch more shows like this, unfiltered, uncensored, and uncut, as well as some early access stuff, you can check it out over on the Patreon. It's just $5 a month, but hey, no pressure. It's all to support the channel. Just a little bit extra. Alright, what else can we pull from this opening? Other than apparently the butterfly motif is going to be big
Yeah.
or completely meaningless. Not as much of a fan of the new opening song, though. Because his sign is right there. I mean, sign left them literally in the episode that he's no longer here for. I mean, that he was there in the opening with them.
Okay. I'm guessing the cathedral-like space is the magic school.
The other old guy that I remember that I was talking
no-
about seeing is literally, I think, holding a sword in front of him.
It looked like the redhead was possibly an acquaintance of Fern's, and we're gonna, as the girl that she's with could.
Well, I think we see that in the outro at the end of the episode. That the two are together at the side of a lake or something. I'm also going to say it right now, I think everybody from that school has the eyes of a killer.
Possibly.
Well, I mean, that's what it looked like when we saw them in the intro. They're all, like, cold-eyed.
That city would suck to siege.
Not really. Alexander the Great did a similar thing to a similar location. Cannot remember exactly how he did it, though. I just remember that he sieged the location that was basically completely isolated in the middle of a waterway. He is not the Demon King, he is the person here.
Yep.
We've been calling it wrong from the very beginning.
We possibly happen. Didn't Alexander the Great do a lot of starve tactics?
Maybe? I don't really remember. I think this time specifically it was actually he built stuff to siege them with. I mean, not like siege weapons, but like he built in stuff to reach out.
Oh, I take that back. They're just in a large lake. Never mind.
Does Fern know there's a combat test and not you?
Oh, because Fern is certified, just not as a first class.
Well, I'm saying Frieren is certified too, isn't she?
Nope.
Oh, right, she got grandfathered in. I forgot.
Yep.
Reminder that Fern's growing up.
Yep.
魔法使いの強さを決めるのは魔力だけじゃないよ。技術や経験、扱う魔法やコントロール、それに努力と根性。なんか戦士みたいなの混ざってんな。そして才能。私は今までの人生で自分より魔力の低い魔法使いに11回負けたことがある。
That's a very specific number of times.
When did you really lose to Qual? You petrified him.
伯爵領の町が見えてくるかな。オイサーストへの道は険しいね。ちょっと休むとしますか。
ジョーちゃん、いい杖だな。
Bandits? Really?
もしかしてまた盗賊？せっかくアウラが討伐されて平和になったっていうのに。
Okay.
こういう連中が増えるんだね。
I was about to say, it's the first time we've seen bandits in the entire show. But apparently they picked up since
Yeah.
Aura. Craft? Where'd you go in the other direction?
Yep.
I completely forgot Craft was like a monk.
ありがとう。助かったよ。私は魔法使いユーベル。
文句のクラフトだ。
Oob.
あれ？もしかしてエルフ？珍しいね。
Maybe we are going to go on an adventure with other people.
人
And then just go-
目をしているな。
Oh, there we go. And then we just flash back and forth between them.
近くの森に切り刻まれた盗賊の死体があった。魔法使いの仕業。
I didn't rescue you, I rescued them.
He protected them.
お説教でもしに来たの。
いや、俺も冒険者だ。自衛のための殺しにケチをつけるほど頭は固くないさ。ただ目の前の命を拾い上げただけだ。
食えないおっさん。つまんない。
目的地はオイサースとか。
うん。
Oh, never mind, I guess we are just all heading in the same direction.
フリーレンもそんなことを言っていたな。
Introduce the big fight at the Mage Academy.
How are you heading in the opposite direction from... That doesn't make any sense to me, unless they are very far away. She's gonna show up a lot later.
それと受験資格に5級以上の魔法使いの資格が必要になります。
フェルン、任せたから。フリーレン様、私一人じゃ無理です。いけるって。落ちたらどうするつもりですか？一級試験は3年に一度なんですよ。そしたら一級魔法使いを雇うか、回路で渡るよ。それだとすごくお
He
金がかかります
does not like this
また
space.
毎日おやつ抜きになってしまいます。とは言っても私無資格だし。お、正常な証じゃ無理だよね。だから何なんですかその骨董品は。
ちょっと君、それ見せてもらってもいいかな。
I know, maybe just say, hey, I'm one of the heroes that saved the world.
一級試験を受けられるおつもりですか？
I know she doesn't want the attention or anything, but still, I think that would prove that you've got the chops.
している人がいたなんてね。それすごいものなんですか？
Mm-hmm.
そのはずなんだけどね。
Are we gonna actually we're actually learning what this thing is?
魔法を管理する団体って頻繁に変わるからね。いちいちそんなのに入ってらんないよ。
That's why I didn't keep track of all the anime I've watched in the past. So many new animes coming up. I make a list.
何この錆びた首飾り知ってる？全然。
Well, why would the dwarf know?
そう。
Yeah, it makes no sense that the dwarf would have any knowledge.
フリーレン、確かに僕たちはその首飾りのことは知らない。でも、僕たちは君がすごい魔法使いであることを知っている。それでいいじゃないか。
でもすぐ死んじゃうじゃん。
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Oh, god damn! People out here catching strays.
私たちはフリーレン様が
Uh-oh.
すごい魔法使いであることを知っていますから。
That would be the true horror of the elvish life, right? Just everybody doing everything on a
大
repeat.
陸魔法
different people, same conversation.
5級から一人前と呼ばれているみたいだね。フェルンはなんで3級を取ったの？
一番試験の日程が近かったからです。
5級以上の魔法使いの総数が600人。見習いの6級から9級を含めても。
Anyway, I think the crack back to that whole conversation should have been the if we don't know what that symbol means, who else would know what that symbol means?
生とシュトラールの本部の2カ所で開催。合格者が出ない年も多い。当たり前のように死傷者も出ている。それなりの難関だね。それにしても魔法使いもだいぶ数が減ったね。
昔はもっと多かったんですか？
魔王軍の構成が
That makes sense that mages are not
街を歩けば魔法使いとすれ違うのが当たり前だった。
and that lost in the testing
今は
process.
こういう魔法としてもないと見かけない。じゃあ2ヶ月後に備えてみっちり修行しようか。
I mean, she's got to be prepared already. She literally killed or assisted in killing the creator of killing magic.
I think this is going to be more of like a Frieren showing Fern that she's taking this, even though she's not going to be the one taking the test.
Well, I mean, it's the difference between lived experience and theoretical knowledge.
And it's very much likely that that's what's going to give her an edge.
Well, I just mean that they're saying that these mages don't live outside of magic cities anymore. Fern's actually out there in the world doing stuff.
So far, it's not mages who have been holed up. Because we have the head of a magical guard. And like some actual battle, like it seems like there's actual battle tested mages here.
And she wasn't that far away at all. I don't get how Kraft walked away and then appeared close to Obrest, still walking away. Experienced old mage, and she's still holding everything back too.
Yeah.
パーティー戦だ。総勢57名。3人1組のパーティーに分かれ、試験を受けてもらう。では、組分けを行う。
腕輪か。
Well, I guess it wouldn't be an anime without a tournament arc.
数字が書かれている。第2パーティーといったところか。
I'm aware of that trope.
仲間の腕輪の位置が分かる。これでパーティーを識別するのか。
And this is why we get shadows, huh?
しかし面白い。
Maybe the shadow people from the intro are just the party.
くせ者揃いの魔法使いを集めた即席のパーティーでまともな連携を取るのは難しい。こういうのは
She's not wrong. People who are not used to specific people.
気をつけないと。腕輪の反応はここらへん。
いたたたたたたたたたた取れちゃう。ふざけんな。殺してやる。やってみろ。も
う喧嘩してる。
This explains the breaking glass thing
よろしくお願いします。
from the Magic Secrets. Because that was literally the group that she was in the Magic Secrets. Also explains why Stark is in the background. Because he's not in this.
この試験区域にはシュティレという小鳥が生息している。各パーティーにつき1つカゴを配布しておいた。第一次試験の合格条件は2つ。明日の日没までにシュティレの入ったカゴを所持していること。その時点でパーティーメンバー全員が揃っていることだ。基本的に行動は自由だが、試験区域の外側に出た者がいた場合は、その所属パーティー全員をその場で失格処分とする。
Oh, that's gonna come into play.
強力な結界を張っておいてよく言うぜ。出られるわけないのにね。
説明はちゃんと聞いてるんだ。
それでは第一次試験を開始する。
Either Frieren is screwed or these two are gonna get a free ride. I can't figure out which.
I think it's these two are getting a free.
とりあえず歩きながら自己紹介しない？あと、カゴを持つのはじゃんけんで決めなさい。
I mean, you're saying they're gonna get a free ride, but I can't tell. Well, I get the feeling they're gonna fuck it all up.
ラビーネ、3級魔法使いだ。カンネだよ。同じく3級魔法使い。ラビーネとは幼馴染で同じ魔法学校の出身だよ。
2人はシュティレに関する知識はあるの？
いや、ないよ。
私は知識はあるけど、実物は見たことがないから、まずはシュティレを見つけて観察してみようか。
I think you two should have been fighters.
Yeah, you would think so.
少し休憩しようか。
If you stopped physically fighting each other.
先見てくるよ。まとまって動いた方が安全だって。うっせえな、それだと効率悪いだろうが。
ラビーネは強いの？
こいつよりはな。やんのかこら。
私と比べたら。
I'll have the redhead choose to say, want to fight about it.
なるほど。いいよ、見てきな。危なくなったら戻ってくること。
あ、
それと空には気をつけてね。
わかってるよ。
はあ、このパーティー大丈夫かな。
リーレン、なんだか先生みたい。リーダーに向いているんじゃない？
カンネたちが喧嘩しているせいだよ。仕切りたいわけじゃない。
ごめんね。私たち昔からこんな感じなんだ。ところで、空に気をつけろってどういうこと？
そのままの意味だよ。魔力探知苦手？
なんで？おい。
I mean, not a good sign. If a third level mage has a hard time doing what a basic mage should be able to do. However, I think this discounts that.
いや、上出来だぜ、カンネ。
へえ、やるじゃん。でもそろそろ伏せた方がいいかも。
Seems a bit like overkill.
なんで？
シュティレは極めて頑丈で。最大飛行速度は音速を超える。
Okay. So we're dealing with birds that are the Flash.
マジかよ、もう
Yeah.
ねえぞ。惜しかったね。
捉えるにはよく観察する必要がある。今日一日はシュティレの観察に使うよ。カンネが水を操り、ラビーネがそれを凍らせた。息を合わせたような的確なタイミング。高度な連携だ。一朝一夕でできるようなものじゃない。どうなることかと思っていたけれども、これならなんとか。
すぐに追うぞ。それより湖の周りを。なんでだよ、早く行った方がいいだろ。
ダメだ。また喧嘩してる。
Well, I mean, when push comes to shove, it seems like they're good. Unless they're pushing and shoving each other,
yeah.
Obviously.
Mm-hmm.
So they're traveling a pretty large distance without running into another team.
Indeed. How many teams do you think are gonna get out of this bird test?
I don't know how many styles there are. Or stills, or whatever they're called.
Frieren's gonna get the bird without them.
I mean, we know there's 19 teams, though. Kind of ironic that the monsters of the region are also birds.
Uh-huh. Here we go.
I assume Frieren was just on watch.
空は気をつけろって言ったでしょ。
Yep. Watch the skies mattered.
落ち着いた？うん。ラビーネの名前を呼んでいた。ラビーネのこと嫌いでしょ？
そうだね。
だよね。なのにどうして二人は連携が取れているんだろう。不思議だ。
Here we
私ってさ、意外と臆病で、いざって時に何もできなかったりすることがよくあるんだ。初めての飛行魔法の実習の時もそうだ
They're
った。
covering their weaknesses.
先行った連中、あんな遠くに行っちまったぞ。下は水なんだから死にはしない。
Well, I mean, they're competitive.
勇気がないってんなら蹴り飛ばしてやろうか。
ラビーネなんか嫌い。
知ってるよ。
いつも私にひどいこと言ってさ。
They're just best friends. They're frenemies.
褒められて伸びるタイプなんだよ。
Exactly.
They're best frenemies.
Yep, at the end of the day, they've got each other covered, but when the process is a pain.
じゃあ私のいいところって。
おいおい、マジで言ってんのかよ。本当は臆病なくせに頑張っているところ。お前のいいところだよ。
もっと言って。
なんでだよ。隠れて
I mean, it's just a Naruto Sasuke situation.
周りのことをよく見ていて気遣いができるとこ。
Sort of.
Sure.
Look, I know I'm not talking to you on that one. I'm talking to the audience. They're probably never gonna watch
100%.
Naruto on this one.
なんだよ、飛べるじゃねえか。お前にはもう優しくしてやんね。
ラビーネは乱暴だけれども、ちゃんと私を引っ張ってくれるんだ。おかげで怖いことも勢いに任せれば、意外となんとかなるって気がついた。ところでフリーレン。
That's enough about her attempted murder of me.
気がついたんだけど。これって何かの役に立つかな。
なるほど。もしかしたらシュティレを簡単に捉えられるかも。
So yeah, I guess we are going to be doing what I said before, which is breaking back and forth between different parties. If I had to guess, I would assume next episode is going to be Fern and her group and whatever she's dealing with over there. Stark might be taking a sign on this one.
I have a suspicion about what Fern and her group are going to be dealing with, because the steel had to be alive. So I think we're going to have it be a conflict of like, okay, well, I'm just going to kill one and put it in the cage.
Well, we don't know anything about her party members yet. Well, other than the people that they introduced. Like the people that they...
But Fern is Ubel, who has already been implied to have the eyes of a killer and then just wiped out bandits.
Man, maybe my memory's going bad. I don't think Ubel is in Fern's group.
Fern's group is her, Ubel, who looks like Nerdy Stark.
I don't think so. But here's the thing, we don't have to argue about it, because we are going to watch the Magic Special thing, and at the end of the Magic Special thing, all the groups will be there.
Yeah.
Yeah, so the second party, so we will see what Fern and party are up to. unless it's another group referring to Frieren's group as the second party. As I said, we know there's 19 groups out here.
Yeah.
Because there's 57 mages taking the test, and they broke them up into 3 groups. I mean, not 3 groups, parties of 3. Well, any thoughts?
I expect the setup for one bird being caught by this point, but set up the pacing of this like this is gonna be time spent here.
Well, I mean,
unless there's gonna be a lot of groups throughout the round.
It seems like it's not going to be that much time spent, considering that Frieren's party is already about to capture a bird.
So Frieren, yeah, but we don't like. It could take a half. It could be a half episode arc jet catching.
Everything is a half
If Frieren
episode
had
arc
the
in this
idea.
show. Every arc
Yeah,
that
you're
we've
not
been
wrong.
on has been half of an episode, and then something else happens. Alright, well,
Like realistically, we might be looking at another full episode catching with the half episode arc for Fear in catching one, and then a different way for Fern's group.
I think the irony now is that now there's a lot of characters, and this might be the point where I would start making a concept board. Like, don't need to keep track of a small party that we're constantly in, but now there's characters with, like, backstory and shit that might be like, gotta keep track of who these people are now. We're entering the realm of my memory. It's gonna start going to shit.
Uh-huh.
Alright. Well, I say we
But
just...
no, yeah, let's power through.
Yeah. We just go ahead and go into the magic secrets thing then. So let's go ahead and roll into that.
早々のフリーレン〇〇の魔法
ものすごく早口によどみなく喋れる
Oh, I could use that.
この魔法は滑舌が悪かっ
That's
た
a
り
valuable
口下手な
one.
人は嬉しいかもしれませんね。
口下手とはちょっと違うかもしれないけど、アイゼンにかけてみようか。いい？アイゼン。
別にいいぞ。
But she doesn't have much to say.
アイゼン、気分はどうですか？普通だ。
さっき食べたシチューはどうだった？
うまかった。ちょっと早くなってる気はしますが、元の口数が少なすぎ
This is how
ま
he
すし
talks.
アイゼン、こないだ森で戦った時のことを振り返ってみてよ。
まず俺とヒンメルが先行して敵の懐に飛び込むのはいつも通りとして、この間の魔物はそもそも皮膚が本当に硬かった。飛び込んだとてダメージが与えられない。
You just cast haste on him.
ピンチに追い込むだけだった。だからあそこで起点を聞かせてフリーレンが魔法で牽制しながらあの魔物の隙を探って俺とヒンメルが硬い皮膚の部分じゃなく肘や膝といった硬くしていられない関節部分の裏
なぜか動きも細かくなってない。なんか怖い。
やっぱり喋り方は
Would
人
we
それぞれの
know
方がいい
it?
です
Because
ね
Eisen doesn't normally talk, so that might be his natural speed.
No. We know. We know because... Nope, there you're right. It was Umbra, was it? There she is. I forgot.
Ubel.
There's a U? This is my Sheska, right? This is my Sheska.
This is your Jessica.
No, we know how Eisen talks. I can't remember most of his conversations, specifically like when we went back to meet him again. But if you remember the very first episode, where she's like, "You want to come with me?" and he's talking slowly and doing the beard slowly. You know, these bones aren't as good as they used to be. So he's talked with more than a couple of words before.
It's true. No, you are correct.
But yeah, go figure that we would watch the secrets thing that gives us the party breakdown, the episode before the party breakdown actually happened. which indicates why those two are up there on the upper right-hand side, because they're in Frieren's party.
Yeah.
The only two that are separate. And again, Stark is in the background because he's not a freaking mage. So I assume he's going to be off episode, basically. I guess until they, in a typical tournament-style arc thing, they're going to do a thing, come back, a bunch of people are going to be eliminated, we're going to have a smaller set of group, so, and they're going to go off and do another thing, a bunch of people get eliminated, etc., etc., etc. Assuming this isn't just a however many people can pass, that's it. In which case, Stark would just be there every time they come back.
I think we'll see Stark when they come back. While I may not have experience with it, I think we might see like a 50% drop rate each round.
Well, again, that's what I'm saying. I don't know if this is going to be a round thing, or it's just whoever can pass this test gets to be a mage of the rank that they're going for.
Yeah, I'm predicting rounds.
This is like Chunin exam, for example. Means nothing to you, but the Chunin exam was a bunch of elimination arcs up into like a final test that doesn't get finished. But the idea is that then people who are watching it judge it and then get to determine who amongst the people that were left then get to be promoted. And that situation, this could be an elimination arc sort of thing. At the same time, this is a bunch of people who paid to take a test. So, it could just be a one round, whoever amongst you. But then why would you break them into threes?
That's what I mean. So I think what's going to happen is we're going to go through a couple rounds and we're going to get down to a couple of teams at the end. And then those teams will have to fight each other.
Well, in the Chunin example, they did get broken down into teams. And then by the end, the teams get broken up into individuals, and the individuals then are one-on-oneing one another. So the team element of this could be to... See, the problem with I'm having now is also it's an uneven number of teams, right? 19 teams. Say 50% of that gets cut out. You have an uneven number of teams. Like, do 9 of them...
Just round up.
Well, don't round up. That's not how this works. I guess unless there's only 10 birds. If there's only 10 birds, then only 10 teams can succeed, and we just take off 9.
I didn't even think of the possibility. The birds could be owned by the school.
Well, I mean, probably. What seems to be the thing. It's the school that's doing the test.
Yeah.
Because otherwise, if you were determining this all based on a wild population of birds, then you wouldn't have any idea how many exact birds were out there. Well, I mean, you could know, but you wouldn't also be able to tell by migration factors and whatnot how many birds might wander into the field.
Yes, which could mean there could be a year where people just can't pass.
You also wouldn't want people pre-catching birds and just, like, already had one before the test started.
Hold on, we got to pat you down for birds.
Well, it's also magic. So, yeah, kept it in my hat or hammer space or whatever you want to call it.
Mm-hmm.
All right, well,
but I think so. My prediction is the groups that we see are the ones that make it to the end, and it's going to be very different fights. And I think it's going to come down to a fight on the one group between Fern and Ubel, with the difference being Ubel's more powerful, but Fern has more control. And Frieren teaching, basically doing a 2-on-1 against the mages that always fight to get them at the end to be less fighty.
I don't think Fern is going to fight Frieren.
Oh, no, not Fern and Frieren. Frieren and the 2 mages she's with now.
Yeah, I think I've already stated that I think that the groups are going to get broken up once they get whittled down. That'll turn from groups to individuals. That this whole thing is a temporary affair. But I think if it ever came down to a Frieren versus Frieren thing, that Frieren would just back off. Because Frieren doesn't care about being ranked.
Oh, 1,000,000%. Like, I don't think we're going to get a Frieren versus Frieren unless there's, like, late game some mind control that the fight is a background to them talking it out.
I mean, now that this has become like a multi-episode arc, I have no idea how the show is going to end. Also, the fact that I believe that somebody said before in a comment that we responded to, that there's more of the manga or something out there, that this isn't even where, at the 28 episodes, this isn't even where the story ends.
It could end with the certification.
Yeah, but that would mean the next 10 episodes of just being in the school. I mean, maybe. Maybe the Frieren ends with a 10-episode tournament arc. Which would wholly unexpected, based on how the show started.
It's possible.
Alright, any final wrap-up thoughts here before we end?
No, that's it.
Alright. Well, once again, I have been Theta, this has been Justin, we've been Stone-Faced Reactions, and we will catch you next time. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Hey everybody, thanks for watching another Stone-Faced Reactions. If you have an idea of another video we could go ahead and watch, go ahead and put it in the comments down below, and we'll add it to the wheel. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and let us know what you thought about this video, and what parts you liked. And until then, we'll see you next time. Is this too goofy?